Hi everyone, I'm Jenna with Brown Dog Craft Company, and I'm coming to you live from Hudson, Wisconsin. Today's Sunday, October 27th, 2024, and we are here for the Coffee and Cards Seasons of Green and Gold. So first off, I want to say thanks for letting me reschedule this a couple of times. I have been really sick, and I'm still not over it, but well enough to do class. So Tuesday, I really was not feeling well at all. I couldn't even talk. I lost my voice entirely. And then we moved class to Thursday, and Thursday I could talk, but I had such a bad cough that I would have coughed like every 4 seconds, and that would have been really annoying. So here we are on Sunday. We don't normally have class on Sunday. Normally I teach class live every Tuesday at 8:30 p.m. Central. And it's always free to watch. The card kits are always available for purchase. So for tonight's card kit, hi Christina, tonight's card kit is $45. I have 2 kits left. So if you'd like the kit, it's $45. Cash, check, Venmo, PayPal, Zelle, any other way you can think to pay me would be fine. So I have 2 kits left. They come in these nice envelopes, and everything is all cut for you. You do get a full pack of the sequins in here, and then the bows are tied for you in this class. They're the very vanilla satin ribbon. It's a gorgeous ribbon, one of my favorites. It's really thick. I think it's 3/4 inch. So okay, so today we make 5 cards, and you always get written instructions when you take class with me too. So I'll flip the camera. I'll show you what we're making tonight. I'll show you a little sneak peek of what's coming up. I don't have my November showcase ready yet. I have one more class to design, but I have all of the other cards I can show you if you'd like. So let me turn the camera, and I'll show you what those are. Okay, so tonight's class, I'll show you those cards in a minute, but they use the Seasons of Green and Gold Suite, which is actually 2 stamp sets, Golden Greenery and Greetings of the Season. And there's like a sister stamp set to this called Everyday Greetings. So very similar, just obviously these are Christmas or holiday themed sentiments. Okay, what is next? Next week, I already have card kits out for that. That's the Snowy Scenes monthly subscription class. So that'll be Tuesday. And then the following Tuesday, we're already into November. So the first class in November is going to feature Sophisticated Sled. It's $25, and we're going to make 4 cards. Okay, so if you want your cards to look exactly like mine, you will want this bundle. And the 4 cards we're making in that class are these. So here's one, the cute sleds, or the cute ice skates there. Okay, and then here's the second one. This one will stamp and then die cut those images. This one, the images come die cut for you. You'll have to put them together, obviously. And then this is the 4th card. We'll stamp and color this wreath and the bird, and stamp on the background here. Okay, so that's $25. If you'd like to sign up for that class, you can email me. It's hello@browndogcraftcompany.com. I do have classes scheduled out through January, I think. There's a new calendar uploaded on my website, browndogcraftcompany.com, and it's also linked below. Okay, after Sophisticated Sled, I believe it's the monthly subscription class, and that comes, where's that one? It's not Frosted Forest. What is the suite called? It's a suite, and it has Peaceful Evergreens and Peaceful Season, and I absolutely love this die set for Peaceful Season. So that's what the subscription class will use for November, and you'll get a full roll of this ribbon, the Cherry Cobbler and Gold ribbon. You'll get a full pack of these embellishments. They're the gold textured adhesive back dots, and then these are the cards that we'll make. And I'll just go through these quick. We will look at these in the showcase video at some point here in the next coming days. Here's the next card. Okay, really pretty. That's what the inside will look like. Okay, and then this one. So this class we make between 5 and 9 cards. It just depends on the cards. It's $45 if you sign up for a 6-month subscription. Okay. Otherwise, if you want to buy the kit for just 1 month, it is $55. Okay. So that's our Christmassy class. And then I have one more class designed, and that uses Christmas labels. It's coffee and cards for next month, for November. So it's $45. And I'm changing the way the kit comes a little bit. I like the packaging better. So it'll have new packaging in the kit. So I really love these labels. They're really pretty. And these sentiments are super cute. I think my favorite is the It's a Hot Cocoa Day. So we have 5 cards for that one. $45. Here's one. It's a Hot Cocoa Day. And there's a little gingerbread man. That's from More Than Autumn. This is from the Latte Suite. And this is from More Than Autumn, the whipped cream. So we're combining things here. Okay. Here's another one, Love and Joy. That's the back of the card. My bow got a little squished in there. Okay. Now these are from Iconic Imagery or Iconic Seasons, something like that. Okay. So that'll be card number 2. Oh, we're going to have a visitor. I can hear them. Card number 3. These are the cookies from, it's a new online exclusive that is out November 5th, I think is the date. Election day, I think. And it's the Pair Together or something like that. It's really cute. So these are cookies. Okay. This one is maybe my favorite. I love this DSP, and these snowflakes are from Iconic Imagery, but any snowflake or any background stamp really will do for that one. But I love this DSP with the deer. And then here's the 5th card. Okay, so this is the background stamp. It's this falling snow background stamp. Okay, but again, you could leave it white or you could do any other stamp. Please go lay in your bed. Okay, ask your brother. Okay, go lay in your go lay in your bed. I love you. Okay, okay, go lay in your bed, Ro. We have a little visitor. Okay, Ro, go up to your bed. Okay, so cards for tonight. Those are cards coming up for November, so let me know if you're interested. I still have Reindeer Fun to design, so we'll do that next. And then I'll do a little showcase to show everyone. So, cards for tonight, we're making these 5 cards. They're really pretty. I'm really excited to make them. This one's a fun fold. This one has some heat embossing. This one has a lot of stamping. This one is super easy because we use the DSP. And this one is just fun, okay? So I'm going to get right into it. Let's see which card I have on the top of my pile. Here are the colors you need. We need Copper Clay, Pecan Pie, Old Olive, Mossy Meadow, and Garden Green. Now, I don't use Copper Clay very often, but I think I should use it more often. It's really pretty. And I have all sorts of notes on what colors our stamps are supposed to be and all of that fun stuff. So, all right, I think on the top of my pile, I actually have the fun fold. Okay, so this one has an extra bow. This bow goes with somebody. The smaller bow goes with a different card that's in the stack. The larger bow goes with this card. Okay. All right, so I already tied your bow for you. Now you're going to have 2 panels that are very vanilla. I already stamped on one, but yours will be, you'll have 2 panels for very vanilla. Okay, they're 4 by 5 1/4. Hi, Pat. Welcome. Now you're going to have a piece of vellum, and on your piece of vellum, you will be able to die cut or fussy cut these 4 things. So I've already done mine ahead of class, but you will die cut or fussy cut the berries, the snowy pine needle, the light colored branch, whatever you call this, and then the more green one. Okay, so I already die cut mine. You can fussy cut them also. Okay. You're going to have a tag cut from Berry Vanilla. You're going to have a little mini card. Oops, look, I have a whole bunch of berries. You're going to have a little mini card that's Pecan Pie. Hi, Pat. Oh, I feel a little better. It's not great. I'm sure I sound not correct. But good enough, right? I always get sick, and when I get sick, I get it for a really long time. So, I'm used to it. Okay, you're going to have some DSP. you're going to have a square in this pattern and a rectangle in this pattern, and then you'll have 2 rectangles in these patterns. Okay, and I'll show you where these all go. And then you'll have your card base. Okay, and your card base is Old Olive. Okay, so we can fold our card base. So we're gonna fold this way and burnish. And then there's another score line here. So it's scored at 2 1/8 and 4 1/4. We're gonna fold that one back. Okay, so super easy fun fold here. Okay, so to start off, it's really easy. Easy fun fold. Okay, now this is another piece to the fun fold, and I'll show you on the finished card what it looks like. Okay, so it goes like this. So the large piece is in the front here. Okay, and then it bends back like this. Okay, and then back once more. All right. So I'll show you how to put that on when we get to it, but let's put all of the other pieces together. Let's do our stamping first. Okay, so I already stamped one as a guide. Okay, but this is what your piece will look like when it's done. You're going to do this twice, okay, because we're going to do one for here and then one for on the back. Okay, so I stamped one. I stamped this backwards. So I'll show you which way we should stamp it. Okay, so let's do that first. So let's pull all those stamps. So all of these stamps are layering. They're multiple layers. So we're using this layer and this layer and this layer and this layer. Okay, so these ones are Old Olive and Mossy Meadow, and these ones are Garden Green. Okay, so I'll start with my Garden Green. And when we do the Garden Green, we're doing one of them in 1st generation and one in 2nd generation. Okay. So I'm going to get a piece of scrap paper here. My chair is really low. And Milo's here. It looks like he's snuggling with a little whale over there. Okay, so this one is Garden Green. Okay, it looks like this. And that's going to be 1st generation. I think that's the Garden Green one. Yep, 1st generation Garden Green. And we're going to stamp it twice. So once it's going to kind of come in from up here, and once down here. And you'll do this on both of these white panels. Not white, very vanilla. Okay, now we're going to do the detail piece to that, which is this one. Okay, it looks like that. And that's going to be here. We want to do that in 2nd generation. So 2nd generation just means that you ink up and you stamp off once, and then we'll line up. Sorry, my head might be in the way. And stamp. Okay? And you'll do this on your other panel also. Just repeat it down here. Okay. All right, now we'll take Mossy Meadow and Old Olive, and first we'll do Mossy Meadow. That's the darker of the two, and that's going to be this piece. Okay. And we're going to fill in the spaces here. So one here and one down here. Okay, now we'll come with Old Olive and do the detail. Or maybe that's the detail, I don't know. Maybe that's step 2. These are like the insides. I feel like these would be step 2, but maybe not. Okay, and I did that in 2nd generation Old Olive. So I'm gonna ink up, stamp off once. Okay, and I'll show you up close. And you'll do this on your other panel too. And doesn't it just look really pretty? I love the way these stamps layer together. And when you're done, you'll have 2. Okay. We're going to stamp our sentiment also in Mossy Meadow. Now on my sample card I stamped Season's Greetings, and it's okay. Trying to find my piece. Here it is. When we stamp this, we're going to make sure we stamp with the hole off to the left because we're going to cover it up. We're not going to actually use it as a tag. So, all right, I stamped this Season's Greetings. Should I try it again? I'll try it again, sure. I don't have any of these on blocks. Season's Greetings. And that was Mossy Meadow. And when I stamp it, I'm going to stamp it off to the right here, not centered. Okay. So I'm going to stamp it slightly off to the right. Okay. And that's it for stamping on this card. Now we need to do our gluing. Okay. So which pieces go where? Let's take our card base, okay, and pick one of these, whichever one, maybe whichever one you like the best. I like this one the best. I'm going to glue this one here, okay? The other one is going to go directly on the back. So we want our branches, our foliage there to come in from the right. Whoops. Okay. Hi Angelique, welcome. Okay, and then this one's going to go directly on the reverse side of that. Okay, so our two panels kind of match up there. Okay. So this is where you would want to write your message on the back of the card, I guess. Feels a little backwards, but for a fun fold, it's just where it goes. Okay. All right. Now we need to do all of our pretty paper. So on this piece, we're going to glue this one, and on this piece, we'll glue this one. Okay. I have so many stamps up here. So let's put glue on here. So, it feels like it's been forever since I've been live, because it has been. We haven't had class since October, oh, I don't know what it was, early October. And now here we are at the end of October. So I feel like October didn't happen, to be honest. We were gone for a lot of October. And then I was sick, and I lost a few days just because it seems like that's what happens when you get sick. And okay, these pieces, you're going to make sure your large piece is on the left, and then you'll have your medium panel in the center, and then right here. So these are going to go here. Okay. Yeah, I really felt like, one, we were gone for a large chunk of October, and then I got really sick. And I get sick with a lot of colds, but this one was really, it kicked my butt. And that doesn't happen to me very often. So my husband had it for like 2 days. He got sick. Okay, we have these glued. We're going to put glue on this whole panel right here. He was sick for like 2 days maximum. And then like 2 days later, I got sick. Okay, this is going to go right in the center. I'm going to put the glue right in the center, right up to the score line here. Right in the center. Don't cover the score line. If you cover the score line, you won't be able to close your card. Okay. Right, make sure you can still close your card. Okay. Alright, so that's in there. It's only glued on that back piece. And then you're going to close your card, and we're just going to put glue on the back of this pecan pie piece right here. We don't want to put glue on more than like an inch. Otherwise, we'll glue our card shut entirely. Okay, and just hold that shut. Alright, this is going to get popped up. Oh, I have all my dimensionals covered. This will get popped up with dimensionals. And Hi, Vicky from Arizona. Yeah, I feel better. I'm not 100%. I don't know why it's taking so long for me to get better, to be honest. Right, this is gonna go right in the center there. Now we're gonna take all of our greenery up from our vellum and we're gonna glue it down. Now, when you do vellum, you just wanna make sure you cover wherever you glue it because it will probably not look super nice. When you put glue on vellum, it doesn't look nice. So we're gonna put all of this kind of coming up from our little circle here, from our little hole in the tag. And where this all meets, we're gonna cover with the bow. Okay. So don't be too concerned about exactly how it looks, and you can always come back and trim off the little stems with your with your scissors if you need to, if you don't like how they look. Okay, it's gonna come up over here, and I am gonna add these little berries right here. Mine are upside down. There we go. Okay. All right. So now I'm not gluing them down further on the vellum. I'm just letting them be loose. Now these bows are very slippery. You might want to add a couple of glue dots. I'm going to try one and see how it goes, but you might need to add two. Okay, that's going to go right above the bow. Not right above the bow, right above the berries. Vicky says I had my knee replacement Thursday. Oh boy, Vicky. I hope it went well. And tomorrow is your birthday. Well, happy birthday. Hi, Jean. Christina, how warm is it in Georgia? I bet it's in the 60s, if not 70s. All right, that's it, guys. You can trim your little tails here. I think I'll come back and do embellishing all at the ends. You have a full pack of your embellishments, so you can put in whatever you'd like. You can put 10 if you want. You're not limited to 3 or 4 or however many I normally give you. Okay? So I'll come back and embellish at the end. But that's a fun fold, and I love that it's full and busy, and I love this ribbon. And that's already card number 1. Can you believe it? I'm going to try to attempt to clean up a little bit as we go. Oh, good, Vicky. Just because otherwise it's, I can't find things when we're crafting. Okay, so this is my sample card, and here's the one we made today. Okay, really pretty, right? Oh, thanks, Jean. Yeah, and it's really not it's not a hard fun fold at all. You could do this with anything. Yep, really pretty. Okay, let's see which one I have next on my stack. Oh, Vicky had 98 in Arizona. That doesn't surprise me for Arizona. Okay, this one is the very vanilla card base. And let me see which card that is. Oh, okay. That's going to be the one where we do a whole bunch of stamping. So you're going to have a piece of vanilla. And I already set out an extra one for me. You're going to have 2 pieces of vanilla. Okay? And this, no, you're going to have 3 pieces of vanilla, I think. Yeah, you should have 3 vanilla panels. One is just for stamping. So we're going to stamp all of these images and die cut them out. Okay, so let me pull out my notes. Where are my notes? Oh, thanks, Vicky. Okay, Merry Christmas card. The berries are copper clay. Okay, let's do our little berries. So there's 2 stamps for the berries, and they are copper clay. Now, I experimented with colors for these berries, and the copper clay looked the best. Okay, so we're going to stamp the outline of the berries in 1st generation, and the inside in 2nd generation. Okay, so I'm going to stamp the outline first, and that's going to be 1st generation. I know it's really little. And then the inside little berries will be second generation. So we're going to ink up and stamp off. And my tip on this stamp would be to not push down too hard. Okay, there they are. Okay, so those are our berries. That's the only copper clay I used in the whole card. Okay, all right, now we'll move on to, let's do our pine tree branches. Our pine branches are first and second generation garden green. So there's 2 pine branches. This one is like the detail and this one's like the filler. So the detail, the one with more like lines in it, will be first generation. Christina says, yesterday during a craft festival, it was mid-80s, today high 70s. You know, in Georgia. High 70s. I lived in Arizona for a year. It was 124 degrees like 2 weeks in a row. She could barbecue a whole meal on the concrete. I've seen funny things where people like crack an egg in the mailbox or something and watch it, or maybe they just crack it on the blacktop. I guess, I don't know. Hi, Mary Jean. That's okay. Okay, now we'll do the filler stamp. I don't really know what else to call it in second generation. So we'll ink up, stamp off, and then hover over and line up as best we can. If you wanted to die cut the, like if you just wanted to die cut plain vanilla and then line up your stamps, you can do that too. That's a trick I know a lot of people do. Okay, now let's do our other leaves, and we're going to do them in the same colors we did them on our last card. So first and second generation mossy and old olive. Let me pull out my sample. Oh no, I did them differently. Okay, so gotta think which one goes with this one. Okay, so this one goes with this one. Okay, so we'll do this. These greenery. And I'm gonna do this one in mossy meadow, first and second generation. So this detailed stamp, it's the thingamajig. Yes, it is, Christina. This one will be first generation. Okay, and then the inside filler will be second generation mossy. So we'll ink up, stamp off, and stamp. Okay, and they're so pretty. And then old olive. And then we'll have pecan pie. See the cute mug I got? The cute, it's from Epcot. I should show you guys all the things I got. This was from Italy in Epcot. And I'll tell you what, it keeps my water and ice longer than my Stanley. So if that tells you anything. Okay, now we got to do these two in old olive. Vert olive is what it says here. So this one will be first generation. And then the filler pieces will be second generation. Okay. All right, now we need to do the bells, and the bells are in pecan pie. So there's a large bell and a smaller bell, and they have 2 layers. So here's the outline for the big bell and the layering piece, and then the little bell is the same way. So we're going to do the outlines in first generation. So we'll just stamp them. And then the insides in second generation. So here's the little bell. And the big bell. And I'll show you all of it up close too. All right. Yes, I probably have lots of stories I can tell you about all the things we did. I'll just have to tell you when I can talk a little better. Okay, then these all need to be die cut out. Okay, you can either fussy cut them or you can die cut them. I did them ahead of time, so I have my pieces fussy cut and die cut out already. Okay, so here they are. This is what they look like, all die cut out. Alright, when we get to our card base, we're going to have a bow, cute little bow. We'll have this DSP, I think it's, can't remember how wide it is. 2 by 5 1/4. Okay. It's gonna go on, there you have a pecan pie mat, and it'll go on one of your other vanilla panels. Okay, so you can fold your card base, or your card base is vanilla. Now I gave you an inside panel just to make it thicker, because vanilla doesn't come in thick anymore, so it's not as sturdy of a card base. So that's why you'll have another vanilla to put on the inside. So we have a vanilla for the outside and a vanilla for the inside. Now the outside I'm going to stamp Merry and Christmas. I'm going to do 2 different stamps. So I'm going to do Merry regular text and Christmas in cursive, but you could do it the opposite because there's a Christmas that's regular text and a Merry that's cursive. So you get to pick. And then we should stamp on the inside. I don't know, maybe I'll do Love and Joy. That's cute. Love and Joy. Okay, let me get some stamps. Some blocks. And we're going to stamp in Old Olive and Mossy Meadow. So I'm actually going to stamp Christmas first because it's going to go further down in the corner here. And that's going to be in Old Olive. It's going to go in the bottom right. And I want it to be angled and pretty much fill right to left here in the bottom. Okay, Christmas, angled. And then our Merry will go above it in Mossy Meadow. Merry. Merry Christmas. And I'm going to stamp on the inside in Old Olive. That's what I'm going to stamp my Love and Joy. Okay, so that'll be my inside. Now all we have to do is assemble. Okay, so this one gets put on the pecan pie and this one goes on the inside. So let's do that. Okay. Which one is this? I don't remember. Oh, this is the inside. So this will just give your card a little bit more sturdiness, adding these extra layers that we wouldn't normally add. Oops. This will go on to here. This mat is 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. Okay. Which then gets glued onto the card front. Okay. And then we'll glue our strip of DSP along the left-hand side. And then we'll add all of our greenery. Now, you can Stella, just be careful if you Stella, not to smear your stamping. So this goes all the way in the corner of the very vanilla piece. It's exactly 5 1/4 tall. Okay. Now I'm going to do my little berries down here, and everything else will get popped up with dimensionals. Okay, so I'm going to start with this pine at the bottom, and they're going to come from the top corner, the top left corner. And I got to get another pack of dimensionals. Ooh. So I'm going to put them all right here is my starting point. Okay. And then we'll cover it with a bow. And then I'll do these, but these don't need dimensionals everywhere. They just need dimensionals on that side. What side now? Over here. And then we can do some glue over here. And that will go here. Okay. Good boy, Milo. Hi, Bubby. And then this one's going to come up here. This one needs a dimensional over there. Where else? Right there. You could use minis. I don't know where my minis are. They're buried somewhere. Somewhere in my organizer over here. Okay, so that will come out here. And then the bells we're going to put on, I'm just going to glue these on kind of like they are ringing, right? If you had ringing bells, they would kind of sway back and forth, I think. So this one's going to hang down. You know what? I put this one lower on my original card. Let me see if I can bring it lower. Sure can. There, I like that better. Now these bells do have little holes that die cut in them, so you could, you know, string some ribbon through them or some twine. You totally could. All right, I did this one slightly different than my original. Okay, then we'll put our bow at the top. So I just use a glue dot, and it's gonna hide all of that mess of greenery. And you can always snip it off up here too. There we go. Okay, there's card number 2. All right, pretty, fun. Here's the original. Oh, I switched it up a little bit. That's what happened. I did the longer one. Yeah. Okay. Fun, right? Fun. All right. Hi, Cheryl. Welcome. All right. Let's do the next one. The next one is, it's our heat embossing. This card goes really quick because everything is done ahead of time for you. Okay, so you have a pecan pie card base, your bow, a pecan pie tag, this little gold strip, which we're going to glue behind this piece of DSP that's cut for you. Okay, this is very vanilla, and it's 3D embossed with the Snowflake 3D embossing folder. Okay, it's a old olive matte, and then a very vanilla inside panel. Okay, so on the outside we're going to stamp, "May your holiday season be filled with warmth and cheerful celebration." But that's going to be, we're going to heat emboss that. So let's stamp our inside. If we have this on the outside, I think I want happy holidays. I think I'm gonna do holidays and happy. So happy is cursive and holidays is regular. And I'm gonna do that in Old Olive on the inside here. So I'm gonna stamp holidays. And then I'll stamp happy above it. Okay, so that'll be my inside. Oh, I put my finger in that. And then we'll get out our gold embossing powder. And I keep mine in these little buckets. Okay, and we need our anti-static powder tool or bag, whatever it is you use for anti-static. Okay, and I'm going to use my Misty to be safe. You don't need to use your Misty. I'm going to, just to be safe. And I'm going to pull out my embossing ink and the sentiment, may your holiday season be filled with warmth and celebration. Okay. All right, and that I'm going to ink up with Versamark, and I'm going to stamp it quite a few times. And then I will cover with gold embossing powder, and we'll heat it up. Melt it. A whole bunch at the top. All right, just brush that off. All right, then heat up our heat tool. It might be loud for a minute. All right, that's melted. We're gonna let it sit for a minute, and then all you have to do is dust off the excess embossing powder with a like a rag or your finger or a Swiffer. A lot of options. All right, so we'll let that set for a minute. Let's glue. This goes on the inside. These snowflakes get glued to the Old Olive. Now, it's up to you. Do you want heavier snowflakes at the top or heavier snowflakes at the bottom? So if you do it heavier snowflakes at the top, it looks like it's snowing a lot, versus if you do it this way, it looks like a lot of the snow has already landed on the ground. Okay, so I think I'm going to do this one with snowflakes heavier at the top. You're not going to see the bottom, so you have to pick on this one, unfortunately. I know it's hard to pick. Okay, and you can, you'll have another minute to decide, because we have until we put our DSP down to decide which way is up and which way is down. Okay, all right, so our DSP is going to go here, either this way with less snowflakes or this way with more, and I'm kind of liking it with more snowflakes up there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little bit of glue on this gold piece, just like that. And then this butts up against this. And you can choose how much gold you want showing. I'm going to do 1/4 of an inch or so. I'm just eyeballing it. Okay. If you have any excess, you can trim that off. And that's going to go, put extra glue on it because it needs to stick to all this texture. And that gets lined up with the very vanilla piece. Okay. This gets glued to the card. Then we'll give it a good press. Okay. All right. I'm going to take just a microfiber cloth or whatever this is and kind of buff away that excess chalky. Okay, and then this will go on the front of the card, complete with Milo hair. Oh, there's one in there still. Okay. All right. Come on now. I just can never get these things up. So let's see, today is Sunday. Halloween next week. The kids' costumes came today. They are being a witch, a light up witch, a ninja, and a police officer. And the police officer costume is so cute. It's like got a little skirt. It's adorable. Absolutely adorable. They're all cute. My son put the ninja costume on and it's like a onesie and it zips up and just has a little like eye hole, and he put it on backwards and he couldn't figure out why he couldn't see like out of the eye hole, like because he zipped it up backwards, so he was completely covered. I laughed a little bit and then I helped him, but it was kind of funny. So they're very excited as always. I'm always excited for Halloween. I mean, I don't mind Halloween. All right, guys, we'll embellish at the end, but isn't that cute? Okay, cute. All right, let's move on to the next one. I like Halloween, but my favorite thing about Halloween is when it's over, because then it's officially the quote-unquote holidays, and that's my favorite time of year. So, it's not that I want Halloween to be over per se. I just like the holidays. Okay, you'll get 2 of these old olive branches. You'll have to pop out the little pieces, or you can leave them in. Sometimes I leave them in depending on the look. Yeah, it was pretty funny. He was like, "Mom, I'm stuck." And I'm like, "No, you're not stuck." I mean, you are, but okay. All right, this has a mossy meadow 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 panel, so it's a full card front, along with a mossy meadow card base and a vanilla inside and a vanilla tag. Okay, and we're gonna stamp on all of this. So let me pull out my notes. Let's see. It's the most wonderful time of the year. Okay, on the label, we're doing 2nd and 3rd generation old olive. That's this, right here. So we stamp these pine needles, this one and this one, and we're going to do 2nd and 3rd generation old olive. So the detail pieces here will get 2nd generation old olive. So that's going to be, we ink up, we stamp off, and then we stamp on like this. So that's 2nd generation. Oh, thanks, Becky. Hi, how are ya? I feel like it's been forever since we've been live. kind of has been. And then this will be 3rd generation. So 1, 2, and then 3. Okay. Now, we're not done with this label. We're also going to stamp "It's the Most Wonderful Time of Year" in Old Olive. It's the most wonderful time of the year. That's a song, and I won't sing because I can't sing, but it's a great song. All right, I need a black. Let me peel this stamp off. I haven't cleaned it. I'm just peeling it off. Okay. So that's going to be Old Olive right in the center here. This is my favorite sentiment in the whole stamp set. Okay. All right, now we're going to stamp on this panel. We're going to stamp those same leaves, and they're going to be Mossy Meadow and Old Olive. So Mossy Meadow, let's see, it's going to be Old Olive, this one, this detail, the not detail one. Okay, and we're going to stamp them coming in from the left and the right, and we're going to alternate how far in we go every other. So like this. Okay, and then we'll come from this side. It will be one. A little bit more here. And then less. Okay. Now we'll come with the detail piece with Mossy Meadow. Oops, I have a stamp on the back of that. See if I can still manage. Okay. Now, I know it's hard to tell on the camera. I'll hold it up close. There is a difference in the inks here. And then we're going to take our blending brush, which I think I forgot this step. We'll take our ink blend Old Olive on the edges a little bit. This is the background, and we're going to cover a chunk of it with our tag. Okay, now we'll get our Old Olive and our blending brush. Where's my green? This is the only green one I have. And we'll ink up. And now there's such a contrast here. I don't want it to be so obvious. So I'm going to take my blending brush and a light hand and go over the edges here. And we're just going to soften it. Now we're not going to see the center of the panel, so don't worry too much about the center, just the edges right now. And when you're ink blending, I always use a light hand, and 99% of the time I'm starting off the cardstock and bringing my brush onto the cardstock. I don't want to say 100% of the time because sometimes I don't, but 99% of the time I do. I think my camera is having a hard time focusing. There we go. Okay, so light hand. So I achieve a lighter hand by just backing my fingers up on the brush and doing them more on the neck of the brush instead of on like the head of the brush. If I do it like this, I get really hard. I push too hard and I get like bristles. You can see them on my cardstock. So if I back my hand up a little bit, I get a lot better results. Okay, isn't that pretty? Doesn't it look like a Christmas tree? Just reminds you of like looking into a Christmas tree. That's what it reminded me of, looking into a Christmas tree. Okay, we'll have to stamp on the inside. I forgot about stamping on the inside. Let's do Mossy Meadow. Let's see, we did It's the Most Wonderful Time of the Year. Let's do Love and Joy. I liked that one. Love and Joy in Mossy Meadow. There. Pretty, pretty. Thanks, Jean. All right, now we can glue. This gets glued and this gets glued. Where's my glue? Here we go. All right. And then this will fill the whole card front. So if you wanted to do it on your Stampin' and your ink blending on your card base, you could. You don't have to do it on a separate panel. I like doing it on a separate panel. I think you get a nice look when you do it on a separate panel. Oh, thanks, Cheryl. I feel a little better. Good enough to have class, but I still sound funny. Okay. All right, this will get popped up. Do I have enough dimensionals? Probably not. Oh, maybe I do. Just enough. Okay. I love breaking into a new sheet of dimensionals. It's one of my favorite things to do. New sheet of dimensionals. All right. Okay, this will go in the center. Okay, these are going to come out from here. They're going to kind of go above the sentiment there. Curve, one's going to curve down. Let's see, this one curves down. So one's going to curve this way. And this one will curve down. I'm only putting glue on the top portions here. This one will curve down. And then our bow. And I have an extra bow for some reason. I don't know. I tied an extra bow for myself. Trim off the end of these. Just the one. There we go. Thanks, Jean. I know, I really like it too. I like the subtle tree in the background. Okay. You could Stella your trees, or you could add there's that snowfall stuff you could add. I can't think, I have it over here somewhere. I don't have it handy, but it's white. It would look pretty. Oops, those are still wet. All right, so original and one we made today. So we'll embellish in a minute. We just have one more card to do, and it's pretty easy. Now this next one that we're about to do uses the DSP, and you can either fussy cut or die cut. So your card kit will have DSP in it, and you can choose to fussy cut or die cut. Okay, so it's going to have a bow, it's going to have this old olive tag, and then it'll have a piece of DSP. And you're going to want to have the berries, one of these sprigs, one of these sprigs, and one of these. Okay. You'll have a piece of DSP that is one piece. We're going to cut it. A vanilla panel. And I hope you have 2 vanilla panels. I hope you have 2 vanilla panels. You need one for the outside, one for the inside. They measure 4 by 5 1/4. Okay. All right. So this one, we're gonna cut the DSP. So once you die cut it or fussy cut it, this is what it looks like. I did mine in advance. Now this DSP is cut to 4 inches tall. Okay, so it's 4 inches this way, and we're going to cut it in 2. This is 1 inch over here, 1 inch over here. So we need to cut 1 inch off, and when we cut 1 inch off, we should have 2 1/4. So this measures 3 1/4 right now, and we just need to cut one more. Did Milo do okay at his camp? Cheryl, he did. He did just fine. I was so concerned about him, and I got to have a live camera of him, and he did just fine. Really quick, we're going to make sure we cut the 1 inch off on this side, okay? So if we cut it at 2 1/4, because it's 3 1/4, I'm going to cut it upside down at 2 1/4, okay? He did just fine. I'm so happy. I was so concerned about him. I watched him so much on that stupid little camera. Not stupid. It was a lifesaver. I needed that camera. But he did fine. He didn't even need me. Didn't even need me. Didn't even need his mother. He would go out and play every day from probably 10-ish until 6-ish. And then he would eat dinner, and then I could see him in his room until about 11 o'clock. And he didn't look like he was having the best time in his room. Like, he wasn't sleeping. He was just laying on the hard concrete. But when he was outside playing with all the other dogs from 10 to 6-ish in group play, he was barking, his tail was wagging, he was happy. I'm sure he missed me, but he didn't let on. Yes. So I was checking that camera, like we'd be in line for something or whatever, and I would be checking the camera to see how Milo was doing, and of course everybody else wanted to see how Milo was doing too. I wasn't the only one. Okay. All right, we need to stamp Merry Christmas in Mossy Meadow. Merry Christmas. So here's Christmas, and we already have Merry out. So here is Merry. Merry. And then Christmas. Yeah, he did just fine. I really was worrying for nothing. He did so good. So, and then I went to go pick him up, and they're like, "Oh, are you Milo's family?" I'm like, yes, I'm Milo's family. I'm here. Does he still want me? Is he mad? Is he angry? He wasn't angry. He was happy to see us. We all went to go pick him up. We picked him up right from the airport. So, all right, this is gonna go here, and all of these are gonna go up on the top. So these need dimensionals. I have more somewhere. Here they are. New sheeted dimensionals. Oh, I love new dimensionals. All right, 1, 2, and then we will embellish. 3, 4, do one right there. And then we'll embellish. You get a lot of embellishments in those sequence packs. I don't remember how many there are. I'll look. I have to pull mine out. Okay, so this is gonna come here. And this will come here. And then this is gonna go down the center. And the end of this is gonna cover the little hole. See the little hole? Because we're not using it as a tag. So this is gonna cover that. So, dimensional here. And I think right there. And then a little bit of glue. He's currently taking a nap with his blankie under my feet. A little bit of glue right there. Okay. And then our berries right about here. Come here, little berries. Okay, and then the bow. Yeah, I definitely will bring Milo there again if he needs to go somewhere. They actually, I found out they're all over the country. So if you need somewhere to bring your dog, I thought they did a great job. And it wasn't that expensive. I mean, it wasn't cheap, but it wasn't terrible. It could have been a lot more, I feel, for the level of care that they gave him. So, okay. All right, isn't that pretty? Should we do embellishments? Okay, the embellishments that you get are a full pack of these really pretty sequins. Okay, they're called Neutrals Adhesive Back Sequins, and you get 200 of them. You get so many of them. Okay, so obviously I've broken into a couple packs, but you can decide what colors you want on each card. So like, I'm gonna do some golds on this card, and you can put them wherever you want. I like to stick with odd numbers unless there's like a floral piece. Okay, so I'm gonna do that on this one. Okay, 1, 2, and 3. And then you would stamp on your other mat, your vanilla mat for the inside. Okay, this one, I think I'm also going to do the gold. So I'm going to do 1, whoops, I put that right on my mat. 2, whoops. 3. Okay, I did that. And this one I'm going to do a brown. And one of these like copper looking ones. Maybe I'll do 2 copper looking ones. Okay, so I did a brown and 2 copperish. Okay, and then what's next? This one. Gold for sure. Oh, there's nothing on there. Okay. All right. Cheryl says, we used Camp Bow Wow last year, also a franchise with cameras. This year I did Rover, where find someone at either your house or theirs. Yes, Cheryl, I did think about Rover. The only reason I didn't is because I wouldn't be able to watch him. I don't think I would mind bringing him to someone else's house. I just didn't like that I couldn't watch him. So that was my only hesitation to Rover. Okay. All right, so that's what I did on those 3. Aren't they pretty? All right, you guys, we did all 3 cards and a little bit of chit-chatting in the beginning, and it's only been an hour. Can't believe it. I can't believe it. Let me put these back. I'll bring all 5 cards into the camera here, and you can tell me which one you like the best. Okay, so trying to remember what order they were. All right, this fun fold is number 1. Okay, number 1. You tell me which one you like the best. Let me widen this. Maybe I'll get rid of my face. Okay, 1. I think this was 2. 2. I think this was 3. Thanks, Becky. I think this was 4. And I think this was 5. I think. Okay, so tell me which one you like the best. I I don't know. I like the fun fold of this one, and I really like the vellum. I like the snow on the pine branches. This one I like the stamping and the layering. I really like the stamps. This one I like the snowflake embossing folder. This one I love all of it. And this one I like the DSP and the gold in the DSP. So I guess maybe this is my favorite since I like so much of it, but I like them all. I don't have a favorite. I don't have a favorite in this one. I wish I could show you Milo. He's so sleepy under me right now. Pat says, I like them all. They're beautiful. Angelique says number 1 is her favorite. Yes. Christina says 1, well 4. 1, well 4, well wait 3, all of them. Cheryl likes 1 and 2. Yeah, I really was surprised at these stamps. When I first saw them, I was like, I don't need them. But I'm so glad I got them. Literally every single one of them is a 2-step stamp. Both the bells, the berries, and all the greenery. It's all 2-step stamps, and they're really easy stamping. And of course, these tags are just interchangeable. Now, the dies come with these. I didn't use these at all for class, but these would be really pretty. Doing some gold berries or some little red berries or even copper clay berries. I think there's a lot to these stamp sets. Now, this was an online exclusive. So, and the ribbon goes with it, and the embellishments I didn't use that went with it. And I didn't use them because they're red. I'll show them to you. They're these berries. They're the red and white berries. And the white berries kind of go. You know, the white berries kind of go. But the red don't really go with the colors. Not as well as I liked. So that's why I pulled in the other embellishments this time. So normally I like to stick with the ribbon and the embellishments that come in the suite. Oh, and Milo's awake. I think he knows it's snack time. Do you want your snack, Bubby? You want to have a snack? Yeah, you want everyone to see you and say hello. All right, let me flip the camera. And we'll say hi to Milo. All right. Hi, bud. Oh, there he is. Hi, buddy. Hi. Everyone says hi, Milo. Hi, Milo. Oh, good boy. Good boy. You want your snack? I know you do. I know you do. You cute puppy. Can you sit? Can you sit? Oh, these are so stinky. Oh, they smell so bad. Oh, Christina says she missed you, Milo. Oh, good boy. My goodness, be nice. Be nice. Here, I got one more for you. Oh, good boy. Good boy. Good boy, baby. Yes, good boy. I love you. Good boy. Yes, he's the brown dog. So for those of you who may be new, Milo makes a cameo appearance at the end of every class, and he's the brown dog of Brown Dog Craft Company. So there's a bed under my desk here that he likes to lay at, and there's also a bed over there, like that's my other space. I'm technically in a closet. My craft room is a closet, and that's the actual room, and so he has a bed out there. So yeah, someday I'll have to tell you the story behind my craft room and how it came to be. And I'm in the closet, the original closet. There's no closet doors on right here. There was supposed to be. And yeah, so it started out as a closet. And that was going to be the craft space, but it just didn't happen that way. And a lot changed, and my husband was super thrilled with me because he did this for me. He did all of this down here for me. So he was super thrilled when I told him that we're switching stuff up, and he already had like electrical done and everything. So anyway, I'm in the closet. So I'll tell you that story. That story's for another day. But anyway, we're in the closet here, and Milo likes to lay here with me in the closet. So, which I think is really funny. So, okay guys, well, I hope you liked class tonight. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much if you purchased a kit. Again, I have 2 kits left. 2 kits. They're ready to be shipped out to whoever would like them. I will be back in 2 short days, and we're going to do a really fun class. It is the Snowy Scenes. I forgot what it was called. Snowy Scenes Suite. Yes, Suite. And it is my favorite from the mini catalog. I am so excited to make cards with it. And we're going to make a platform pop-up card. No dies. I'm going to show you how to make a platform pop-up card without the platform pop-up die that some other cute company makes. So if you have that die, it does make it a lot easier to make the card. But really, it's not that hard to make without a die, I promise. I thought it was, and so I was sort of like delaying on designing the card using it. I knew I wanted to make a card using it, but I didn't know what to use it with, and then I was delaying because I thought it was going to be really hard, but it's not. So, yes, I do have an awesome husband. Oh, Pat, you want one of the card classes for tonight? Oh, you're welcome, Jean. Thank you for watching. Okay, Pat, just confirm or send me an email, one or the other. Oh, so I know you want one for sure, okay? They're $45, and then I can put it in the mail. Okay? Then since Pat took one, I have 1 kit left, okay? So if someone else would like it, let me know. Okay, well, thanks, you guys. I will see you in 2 days. I hope you have a great night, a great Monday, a great Tuesday. Okay, Pat, I'll set one aside here for you. Okay, let me write your name on it. I have Post-its here somewhere. Let me write your name on it, okay? You just want to mail me a check like you normally do? That works for me. Pencil. I'll ship this one out to you, okay? I'll ship it out on probably middle of the week when I ship out the card kits for the following week, okay? So watch for it in the mail. Okay, guys, that's what I have for you today. And thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. All right? Take care. Bye, everyone. See you later.